Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm Chris, your favorite engineering, physical sciences, research data services librarian, and your favorite information scientist in training out here in these streets. Which ones? The academic streets and sometimes social media streets. But today, this is the Wiley Report, and I'm Wiley, and I am chatting about my reflections about writing. Um, Most of the experiences that I've had so far over the last, let's say, starting with the summer, have been writing, research ideas that I'm trying to get set up for myself, as well as working on my dissertation proposal. And one of the things that I have found, or many of the things that I have found about the process, is that it's like writing in uncertainty because I've never done a dissertation proposal before. Yes, I have done some articles because I am a tenure track librarian. So I do understand the peer review process. Like I said, I've written some articles, but a dissertation in itself or a dissertation proposal, I have zero experience. Like when I'm saying zero experience, I don't have any previous dissertations that I have done. So it feels like it's uncertainty. And it's also the fact that my field in itself is race, digital studies, and intersectionality. While there could be ways that I could tie that into engineering, physical, and science, it's not. It's more the information scientist in training that I'm becoming area of work. So when I try to like look for parallels in terms of how it was being an untenured librarian and writing, and then writing now, it's like there's similarities, but this ain't that. I literally told friends in a class I want a T-shirt that says this ain't that. Similarities, but this ain't that. And that's not to negate either of the experiences, but so much of the journey in the doctoral program and being a school is learning, unlearning, discovering, figuring things out, along with having uh, supportive communities around you that help you and provide insight and information. Yet it's also true that you have to put the words on the page so they can help you. And it literally becomes, do you trust yourself to put words on the page? There's another t-shirt idea. I write for comments. Right. you know and it's like you're also battling, at least I'm battling, wanting it to be perfect. Perfection doesn't exist, but in my mind, I want it to be perfect. Or you're thinking, well, you're going to be this expert, or you're looking at how other people write things, and while it's helpful, I don't talk like that. Or that's not really what I'm doing. So it's like it helps you to a point, but then it's like you still have to go back to putting the words on the page. And it's so many lessons in learning that it literally feels like being a caterpillar and becoming a butterfly, because it's you and your documents, and you're also living your life. You're also doing your job. You also, if you have a family, you have those responsibilities, and the joys that you have in your personal growth, and you got to take care of yourself all at the same time. And then you over here too writing this dissertation proposal, and it's new and it's uncertain, because I don't know how it's going to turn out. When I say turn out, I know what I think in my mind, but I have yet to do the study, so I don't know the results. But then when I think about how that compares to some of my published work, I didn't know what those individuals were going to say either. I just knew that I was eager to conduct this study and see and find out what I would discover. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm in a similar space, but it's a different group. And I think it's also because most of my work in the doctoral program is interdisciplinary, so you feel like a unicorn. You out here fusing things together. Because for me, information science is how we use, analyze, store, retrieve information, digital, text, print. I find myself really fascinated by online comments, or fascinated by the way people think, what they write down in internet spaces. And then I think about this in terms of television shows, or I think of this in terms of individuals with marginalized, identities. How do you find information, resources about yourself, or think about like podcasts, how those work, and could those not be parallel conversations? And what lessons could we learn from that? Because when we think about like in the library world, you have a diverse set of users, or you have a wide array of users to help. And how I really believe, I cannot prove it yet, but I believe race, I believe our body, I believe our gender, I believe our informational identities. And each of those, sometimes they intersect in different spaces, sometimes they don't, but those are important because those influence how we see the world. That's just what I think. Come here. I don't have any citations yet to prove that, but I think it. And so in my dissertation proposal, I'm working on fusing things together. And you do feel like the scientist, or like the baker, when you cooking something and you like, maybe this is going to turn out beautiful or not. And I think that's the messiness, and then that's also the uncertain parts, because when I applied for the program, I had complete ideas of what I was going to do. And then I took some classes and it felt like a meat cleaver. Like, and then you still want to do what you said you were going to do. And then I'm like, no, I think I want to explore this area. And so you're out here exploring. And I see it like also like your advisors and your committee, it's like they have given you a car and a driver's license, and they in the back seat, and they're available to help you at any time. And you out here driving. And the driving part is your life, which they don't necessarily have anything to do with, but you're driving in terms of your doctoral program, and directions that you're going, and different points you're going to need different things, and there's different levels of information that you need, and they have been there before because they have a PhD, they have completed a dissertation, they have taken a qualifying exam, they have taken a preliminary exam. The only thing different is that the area that you focus on may or may not be exactly what they do. There could be similarities or not. So you driving on this journey, and we all gonna be excited when we get there. But the issue for me is not the excitement of when you get to the destination. It's in the journey, all of the things that I'm discovering as I figure this out, the uncertainty when you're writing and you're fusing together, other people's thoughts, and you're like, I don't know. I mean, I took this class, or maybe I didn't take this class. I think this is gonna go together really good, but I don't know. It's, do you trust yourself in this voice to say that? And then also to explain that in everyday language so that other people know what you're talking about. And that's just what I've been doing and continue to do. And I'm grateful for having great supportive people, from my committee to family to friends to other doctoral students who know exactly what it is that you're going through. Like today, I got a chance to participate in basically a writing group. So you just sit in a group and you write. And we talk about things like when we start, we talk about, we rate our focus, our openness, our peace, our scholar basics. And scholar basics is, did you get 6 to 7 hours worth of sleep? Did you drink your water? Did you remember to, I said rest, drink your water. Are you going to write journal your thoughts, and then you write your shitty paragraph. And we call it a shitty paragraph because it's one sentence, one paragraph at a time. It can be absolutely messy, but you're writing. And what I noticed today is in order to write now, I have to journal or make voice notes of everything that I'm thinking at the time. Some of that can be scholarly, some of that has absolutely nothing to do with scholarship. But I get all that out and then I go back to my document, which is my committee's comments. And I have focused on copying the comment and just focusing on what they said. Not what I hear them say, not what I think they said, but what they said. Come here. That has made it so much more peaceful. When I don't go get more information, I just answer the question that they have. But it's I don't know. It's an interesting journey to be on. It's an interesting experience. And these are just my lunchtime thoughts. I had, like I said, I hadn't too long got out of that writing group, and I'm gonna get back to my work. But I don't know what you're doing in your life, if you're working on a dissertation, if you're working on writing, uh, whatever that may be. Please know I'm out here encouraging you and cheering you as whatever your journey is. I hope it's the best journey possible. I'm wishing you the absolutely best day. And I hope that you are taking care of yourself because you matter. Your well being matters. You always need to make sure you got capacity to do all the things that you need to do. So I hope that you're taking care of you. Thanks for tuning in to listen to me ramble and discuss my doctoral student journeys. These are all my thoughts. None of these thoughts are criticisms about anybody else. This is just completely Chris's experience. Subjectivity, not objectivity. There you go. All right. Take care of yourself. Peace.